Hi, welcome to another Thoughts on Leadership. This one's called Bravado, Finding Your Way Back. You know those times when you build up an image, you've gone about doing something and you've got yourself to that point when you realize that people are going to call you bluff. People are now going to start to see through what you've said. Maybe you didn't even mean it. Maybe you got a little bit, particularly salesmen do this. They get big into something, and then suddenly they get to the point when they're the customer's seeing through me now. Okay, and now it's how do you untangle that? How do you work your way back? Okay, I recently had a client in UK and that had this problem. They were telling me that this was fine and this was going to be okay and everything else. And finally, through one question, I said, so you've actually seen this report, have you? And you could tell that he just froze because he hadn't seen the report. Because if he admitted that he had seen the report, then the issue that we had, it made it twice as worse, twice the problem, if you like. So he just paused, and give him his due. He just said to me, no. He says, I haven't. I said, fine. So he said, look, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to cut to the quick. And he just went to the quick and told me what the situation is. I was upset. I was annoyed because I was feeling let down. I felt that I had been taken down a particular route, which I wasn't happy with, and I wish I'd been told earlier. But at least he had been honest with me. And it wasn't he wasn't him who'd lied to me initially, it was somebody in another department. So he backed out of the situation by just going, okay, fine, let me be absolutely honest. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but here it is, and telling it as it was. So bravado is something we can fall into the trap of doing, not something I would recommend that we should do. But it's something that we can fall into the trap, and the danger is that we get into the habit of doing it. So really my question to you this month is, when you've got that bravado, when you've got yourself into that position, do you do it on occasions? And if you do you catch yourself doing it before it's too late, and do you know how to come back from there? It can be useful sometimes, but it can get to the point where it's just lying, and now getting out of it can be very difficult. So do you know when I've gone far enough and I now need to stop, and now I can unravel this? And if so, how? And those are the questions I want you to ask yourself. And of course the big question is this something that you're doing and not realizing you're doing it? And you get some people who's just bravado, 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 and then they realize they're being found out, so there's more bravado. They then try and add to it, and of course that's when you lose integrity. So it all comes back to your integrity that's at risk here. And so do you know when you're doing it? Do you know how to backtrack out of it? And what are you going to do to ensure that you don't do it without even realizing you're doing? I hope that's been helpful. Have a great month, and I look forward to chatting to you again next month. All the best. Bye now.